So earlier today, I came at y'all with a report about Kyrie Irving and his concerns about going back to Boston this Friday for Game 3 of the playoffs between the Nets and the Boston Celtics. You know, Kyrie used to play for Boston, and he had a concern about this racial connotation that might, spew over into the atmosphere Friday night. Stephen A. Smith, this is why we will always look at Stephen A. Smith as an Uncle Tom. Stephen A. Smith was asked on SportsCenter what was his reaction, what was his thoughts about Kyrie Irving bringing up these concerns in a post-game interview after Game 2. I want y'all to listen what Stephen A. had to say about Kyrie Irving being wrong and out of bounds, so to speak, of bringing this up.
The Boston Celtic fans can't stand him because on October 4th of 2018, with Brian Scalabrine hosting a little talk through with the fans, Kyrie Irving sat next to Gordon Hayward and next to Al Horford, stood up and said, "I'm re-signing with you all if you have me," and then skipped town. Well, that would be a reason why Boston Celtic fans don't like you. As a black man, I'm here to tell you that it isn't a black man that's been to Boston that can't tell you that something like that has happened. But it's a phenomenal sports town. If you go there and you're a Celtic, they embrace you. If you love the Celtics, they embrace you. If you don't love the Celtics, they can't stand you.
You see Stephen A., you see what he do? It's the typical mentality. It's that typical mentality. It's the same thing they did with Colin Kaepernick. He'll come up with some type of excuse to oversee the bottom line. Okay, yeah, Kyrie Irving may have left Boston and people may hate him for that. But what Kyrie is talking about is way bigger than that little bit of hate. The racism thing is so big, and look at Stephen A. just trying to appease to the white man, trying to show some other side, and there is no other side. They did the same thing with Colin Kaepernick. Instead of giving him an opportunity like he deserved, they tried to say because he was out of the league so much they didn't want to give him any tryouts and stuff like that. But they knew it was all because of the knee and him kneeling. Like, this is what they do. Because no one is concerned about the safety and the well-being of the Boston Celtics. We're talking about the road team. We're talking about the visitors. What they're going to have to endure, what they're going to have to experience. Boston was known as the flea market for racism back in the day when Bill Russell was playing. If my memory is correct, Bill Russell didn't even go back to Boston when his jersey got retired. Or when his, he didn't even want to. He was all about the Celtics team, the franchise and organization, but everything outside of that locker room and that arena, Bill Russell wasn't with. He know what type of town Boston is. Stephen A. Smith, man, is just, I'm not surprised. But I just looked at it, I'm like, here we go again. He going to say, how was anybody ever wrong for bringing up racism and bringing awareness to it? How was he wrong? Talking about this wasn't the right time and it doesn't apply to Kyrie specifically. How do you know that? Kyrie said in the post-game interview that he and other people can attest to that. We know we've heard the stories about Boston and in Utah. People like Stephen A., man, I'm telling you, they bad for this game. They bad for this game. I don't care how much knowledge he got, how much pain he done put in throughout the years, coming to commentating and all that. This guy's no good. Kwame Brown eating him up with his mama cooking, but I'm just being real. Like, this guy's really no good. Because this is what he do. And Kwame Brown talk about all the smoke is a platform that try to tear down black men. No, it's right here in front of your face. The one that was tearing you down for 12 plus years. Stephen A. Smith, man, this is just ridiculous. He does so much to appease to these white people. And I'm not trying to say it disrespectfully to you white people. This is an in-house situation in the conversation that we are having right now. And y'all know it because I know y'all can only have but so much level of respect for a butt kisser like that. He's a butt kisser. How in the world can this guy be wrong and it doesn't apply to him? Man, please. These are the conversations we need to have. George Floyd this was a 1 year anniversary. And why is Stephen A. Smith, if he's such a pioneer, he's never put no black men when it comes to the field of journalism. Who has he ever brought under his wing? Never. Why Stephen A. Smith never brought any young guys up under his wing? Why is no young men ever thriving publicly because of Stephen A. Smith? He's been in the game for so long, decades. Jalen Rose is lit because he played ball. What's the other black kid that was with Jamel Hill that was on ESPN? What about Chris Broussard? Like, Stephen A. Smith, man, like he look, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, because I'm a little bit tight. I know I might be rambling, but, I just get tired of this thing with Stephen A. Smith, man, and these guys getting paid millions to do this. With ease. I'm just watching them. Just my thoughts, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm 7 Mitchell. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I don't know what to say, man. Get your merchandise. Best of 7 merchandise is available on teespring.com. Face masks, shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, apparel, everything you need. Enjoy the playoffs tonight. We'll talk about everything, give the results and everything. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You are now rocking with the best. I'm 7 Mitchell. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. We out of here.
You're going to get to 30,000 points, and because you are the best passer in basketball, it's pretty easy to get to 8,000 assists, and because you're 6'9", 260, it's pretty easy. You should get to 8,000 rebounds because you were born to get to 8,000 rebounds.
Well, dang.
So am I impressed by any of this?